private sector is cutting back on spending enormously. Savings rate, just out today. The savings rate has gone from 0 not too long ago to 3.8%, and it's probably heading back towards, in once upon a time, and not that long ago, it was 8%. So people are starting to save, they're not consuming. And it's actually worth thinking about that. 5 points on the savings rate is like almost a $500 billion a year hit to the economy in terms of spending. Businesses are cutting back, partly because they can't borrow, partly because who wants to build plant and equipment when the economy is shrinking. Housing is still falling. All these things, this huge hole in private sector demand. Now, normally what you'd say is, all right, well, that's okay, we'll have the Fed, will deal with it. It will cut interest rates, and that will encourage people to spend. It'll encourage people to buy houses. All right, none of this is working, right? The interest rate that the Fed controls is 0. Anyway, nobody's going to go out there and buy houses because we still have a huge overhang, and in fact, prices are still too high for houses in general. So we have the normal answer to this kind of slump in demand is not available. So what can you do? Well, one thing you can do is have the Fed do exotic stuff, which is trying, which is not working very well. But the other is, if the public won't spend, the government can. And keep people, create a lot of demand, and also help sustain people's income so the consumption doesn't fall as much, sustain some demand so that businesses don't slash their investments so much. That's the principle. The government can provide the spending power to bridge you across this period when the economy is in deep trouble.